Welcome to episode 7 of Local Legends, thanks to the Inside Game. I'm your host, Mark Collins. Now, starting a business is one of the biggest risks a person can take. It demands long hours, sacrifice, belief in yourself, and the willingness to keep going when there are no guarantees. My guest today knows exactly what that's like. Brett Gould has spent years dedicated to sport, excelling in both football and cricket, but his impact extends far beyond the scoreboard. Through his gym, he's created something that has become a real asset to the community. A place where people of all ages can improve their health, build confidence, and become the best versions of themselves. Like many successful people, Brett understands that results don't come from talent alone. They come from consistency, discipline, and showing up day after day. Whether that's on the sporting field, in business, or helping others achieve goals they never thought were possible. This is a conversation about backing yourself, taking risks, giving back to your community, and discovering what success really means. So let's get into it. This is Local Legends with Brett Gould. Welcome back to Local Legends. This week I have with me from Naracoorte, Brett Gould. Brett owns a gym in Naracoorte. He's played a lot of footy down there, and he also played a bit of cricket as well. So welcome, mate. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, mate. I like how you said a lot of footy, but a bit of cricket.
Personally, I think you should have played a bit more cricket than you did, but that's only my opinion.
Yeah, definitely should have, but I don't know what happened there, actually.
You're a busy man.
Yeah, busy man. Yeah, Jim took it out of me, obviously, for the first 10, 12 years.
Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, obviously I've known you for quite a few years, played a lot of sport together, but just to start off with, mate, take us back to where you started, back there in Padthaway.
Padthaway, mate, yes, that's right. Yeah, so it would have been Padthaway, well, in sport, junior colts, and then schoolboys cricket.
Yes.
So back in the Padthaway days, we didn't have, like, in Naracoorte, we have schoolboys footy. Padthaway didn't have that.
Right.
So I ended up playing for Padthaway 198 junior games.
Right. That's probably some kind of club record there, I assume, is it?
No, I got overtaken by a Condon fella. He played over 200.
Wow, right.
Yeah, but I was there for a while. But yeah, that's because you're playing junior Celts, obviously probably from 8 years onwards, and then probably from 10 or 11 you're playing junior Celts and senior Celts.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, accumulated a lot of games.
Quite a few games there. And obviously, I mean, from what I recall, you were always a sort of a standout sort of footballer, especially juniors. Did you feel that? Did you think you were, or was that sort of an outsider looking in type thing?
Probably for Padthaway, like obviously because we're a small town, I was. But then when he came up against the leagues and all that, maybe I think I probably stood out for Padthaway, but I wasn't in the top tier from people that were in under 14s against us. No. Right.
So back in those days, you mentioned you've probably had to play 2 games in one day. It's similar to what I spoke about with Kev Marshall, where he used to have to play sort of 2 or 3 games of soccer in a day. Did that sort of accelerate things for you a bit? Because obviously you grew into a very accomplished senior footballer later on. Did that sort of progress things a bit for you as far as skills and gameplay goes?
Oh, definitely. But I always loved footy more than cricket. Yep. We lived as a young family, we lived right next to the footy oval. So before footy, all the school kids would congregate on the footy oval. It was 3 against 3, 4 against 4, and then straight after school, same thing. So obviously that helped. But playing senior Celts as well at a young age, you had to, I guess. Otherwise, you just got belted or bashed. So you had to learn to be a bit smarter, which I always think maybe I was a little bit of a smarter footballer rather than a head over the ball where it shouldn't be half the time footballer.
Yeah, no, I agree. Very smart footballer. So back in Padthaway, do you have sort of a coach or a mentor or somebody that you sort of followed and looked up to in those days?
I always think about this, and I'm going to say no, not really, no. I just loved it, I think, and it was something we did, but I can't remember. I remember we had a couple of cricket coaches who I kind of remember more than my football coaches for some reason. So that's a bit weird because I obviously enjoyed footy more than cricket, but I remember my cricket coach, Jeff Hill. I don't know why, but I always remember him. Right. But football, I had a few parents of mates and that were always our coaches.
Right.
But yeah, no, I never, and that's probably, I won't say it's my biggest regret, not having a mentor, but I wish I did have one, yes.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so generally sort of, I wouldn't say self-taught, obviously you had coaches and things like that, but
Yeah.
but you've grown into the football you became based on your own love for the game and just playing it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I can't name someone who pulled me aside ever and said, "Oh, if you did this, you did that." I think it was just brothers, had older brothers that you had to fight for. Like we playing basketball the other day, my boy was, and I said, "I remember the days of playing basketball." I said, "We didn't call it basketball nowadays; we called it killable." And it was just football rules, but playing basketball in the backyard.
Right. Sounds kind of tough.
Yeah, well, two older brothers. I guess it's probably what helped as well. I guess.
Build a bit of competitive fire there.
Yeah, yep, and it's kind of half sporty as well. And my sister was really good at sports as well.
Yep. Right. So a family of sports people, obviously. So, how old were you when you went from Padthaway? Because you played a bit of senior football for Padthaway still, didn't you?
Yeah, yep. I was, to what 20? So 25 probably.
Right, and then crossed over to Naracoorte. What was the reason for the move there?
Well, I opened my business in Naracoorte in 2005.
Yep.
So, but I was still played for Padthaway for the first 3 years, I think.
Yep.
And in the end, it's just the time, because obviously I was self-employed, running my own business. It was 6 a.m. till 9 at night, and then I'd hire someone to Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 till 9, so I could then drive to Padthaway, train, and then work till midday on a Saturday, drive the footy on the Saturday afternoon, play, and then open the gym back up Sunday morning, 9 till 2. So it just became, obviously, as I got older, 27, 28, I think it might have been. I just had to, I didn't say I had to move to Naracoorte, but it just made sense.
Yeah. And obviously went on and had a pretty good, I'll say, second half of your career there.
Yeah.
Have you got any favourite moments? Obviously, I think there was flags involved in that, wasn't there?
Yeah, a couple of flags, 3 flags, and one over in WA as well.
Oh, you played over in WA?
Yeah, so I had 2 flags for Naracoorte. I think 2 lost grand finals in the A grade, one in the Bs, and then I went 1 year to Perth and won a flag in the only year I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, right. What was the motive behind the move there? Obviously, was that before the business started, or?
Yep. That was before the business. That was in 2003.
Yep.
That was Padthaway was obviously a big shearing and vineyard kind of country back then. So we had lots of people travel in, travel out, and 2 random footballers just rocked up, and I was the captain of the club. So you go and introduce yourself, and they were just travelling and had nowhere to live. They were working and shearing for the local contractor. So they ended up living, I won't say attic, but they lived upstairs in our house, and you couldn't stand up in the top room.
Right.
And they were from Perth, and then they ended up playing footy with us for the first 5 or 6 games. They travelled, came back, because they loved it. They loved Padthaway so much, they actually came back and finished the year with us.
Right.
And then when they went home, they just obviously I kept in contact with them, and they just said, "Oh, come over and play a year for us." So basically, I was like, I think I was in the winery back then, so I was like, why not? So I was pretty much a travelling footballer by then. Went to Adelaide, went to Darwin, went to Perth, and why not keep that going?
Yeah, right. So was it different over there as far as what you were used to here playing for Padthaway and your local footy where you grew up? Was it something different to go over and sort of, did you feel like you had to prove yourself or anything different?
Yeah, definitely different, because obviously we were I went with a mate. He ended up coming on with me, and obviously we were the big hope. They hadn't won the premiership in 23 or 25 years.
Right.
And they said, "Oh, we got 2 gun recruits coming over." And when we drove in, we were like, "Oh, we're turning around, we're going home," because it was the middle of summer. It was dry as it was. Just, we got promised a job, a house, and that never happened, and all that.
Oh.
So, it was a bit. We ended up saying we were going to walk away, so we ended up moving like 100 k's away from where we were meant to be playing footy, and we said nah. But then the coach, we met him, and he just wanted to meet us still, so we went and met him, and he must have went back to the footy club and said, "No, these guys are good blokes," and talked us up a bit, and then the rest is history.
Right, and ended up winning the flag.
Ended up winning the flag, yeah. That was probably like my favourite year out of everything, because it was my first flag.
Yep.
And that's when I was 22, 23, and you could burned a candle at both ends and all that too. So, like, it was just a year. Like, we played footy on Sundays, so my teammates would travel, come over to where we were living on a Friday night, and our Friday night was a big night. And it was just, I still keep in contact with 3 or 4 of them. Been to 3 or 4 weddings over there.
Right.
For 1 year, like, they probably made more friends in that 1 year than they've made in the last 10.
Well, it's a bit of a common theme that I get doing this, is that no matter where people play and what they do, they always tend to spark up some really good and long-lasting friendships and relationships with it. I assume that's no different for you.
Yeah, yep. Western Australia is the biggest one. Adelaide was a bit of a schmozzle, and Darwin was totally different. I didn't enjoy my Darwin.
Right.
So I don't really count that one. But the WA one, as you get older and you have family and kids, we don't see each other as much as we used to. Like, the first 10 years I came back, I reckon I went back 6 or 7 times.
Right.
But yeah, now every now and then you send a text message. I might slip the old Guernsey on and take a selfie and send a photo to 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And that still fits me. But yeah, it's not sad, but you do wish you could. WA's are so far away.
Yeah, it's pretty isolated, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I'd love to stay there and for a few more years, but I'm a family, like mum and dad, and that was still here, my sisters and brothers, and I was born and bred, family first.
Yeah.
So being that far away, seeing them once, they came over for the grand final, and that was it.
Right. Yeah. So you've come back from WA, you've come back to Naracoorte, and so what was the reason? Was there any reason to start the gym in Naracoorte?
Yeah, yep. So WA was the catalyst.
Right.
So I was obviously a paid footballer back then and working and all that. So I did my AC joint halfway through the year, and then missed like 5 or 6 games or whatever. And obviously you don't get paid if you're not playing.
Yep.
And I was only 23, but I'd done Darwin and Adelaide as well for footy. And I was like, hang on, if you want to make money, you can't just, if you get injured again, you're not going to make money. So you better get a bit of a what do you call them? A job behind you, a proper job.
Yep.
So I came back to be a winemaker at the Padthaway at Stonehaven.
Yep.
That was all not in the books, but it was all rang up to come back and do a vintage and then hopefully stay on. But then when I was coming back, I stayed in Adelaide for a few nights and saw an ad in the paper for a gym instructor, personal trainer, working at the Australian Institute of Fitness. And I was like, oh, well, I've always been in the gym. I've always been in the sport.
Yeah.
Went through an interview and, yeah, the rest is history. I basically left that saying I'm starting a gym in Naracoorte when I was like 23. That took till I was 25, 26 to actually do it, though.
Only a couple of years in between, though. That's pretty good turnaround.
Yeah, so let's face it, the course isn't super hard.
Right.
So, like, I did living in Adelaide for the year, doing the courses, doing the hours that you got to do and training other people and all that. Then I had to make money, so I came back and did a vintage. And then I worked for a fertilizer company in Padthaway, like the old Pivot driving super spreaders.
Yep.
And then did another vintage to make more money. And then I was very lucky that mum and dad had a property. They sold it and gave me the starting funds.
Right. Yeah, that's good. That's great way to start. And so were you pretty confident? Because I don't think there was a gym in Naracoorte at the time, was there? So
No. So I've been speaking to the dude who used to own it because he actually worked for the vineyard for the winery that I worked for.
Right.
So he was telling me about it and what happened. But I won't say I was smart, but I kind of saw it as in gyms that were just taking off back then. Like, people were starting to get really more interested in health and fitness.
Yep.
In the late 2000s or early 2000s, and I was like, it was definitely Naracoorte can have a gym for sure.
Yeah.
Happened a lot quicker than I thought because, like I said, I was thinking I'd have to do 2 or 3 years of, maybe working in Adelaide or Melbourne at gyms or bigger gyms, learning my craft.
Yeah.
But then just happened so quick. Mum and Dad sold the property, gave me the funds, and just thrown in the deep end. But I mean, like I say, rest is history.
Yeah. And obviously you've forged a really good partnership with, basically the whole town. Anybody that is into fitness or any sport knows of you and knows where you are. So you've got a good following and a good membership base now. Is that right?
Yeah, that definitely that helped. Just being a bit sporty and not well-known name, but just the name obviously around for footy. Basically, in cricket, I mean, cricket wasn't really a name. As you know, I made 100 once a year or something, and made the local Herald. But yeah, it wasn't that big. I think it was just the footy. Yeah, Gould plays footy for Padthaway, and then the first 2 years were hard because I was playing for footy for Padthaway. Everyone's pretty, to their footy team, everyone's pretty, But then when I moved to Naracoorte, as in the footy club, even though I was playing for Padthaway, after the third year, my gym took off when I actually announced I was coming to Naracoorte.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot more people. Like, I know the numbers, 33% my numbers went up in that year.
Wow. Just from that one move.
Yeah, so going from Padthaway to Naracoorte, like, even though I was living in Naracoorte but playing sport for Padthaway. So in the end, basically, I look back now and bloody, I should have done it earlier, but it just made perfect sense as business, like a business move too, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, sounds like it was really rewarding for you.
Yeah, pretty lucky.
Yeah, and obviously you found that ever since. So what have you been there? What did you say? 2005 you started. So this is 21 years worth.
21 years the other month. Yep.
Congratulations, well done.
Yeah, very happy.
Yeah, and obviously still going very strong. You've moved and built your own from where it first was. You've built your own building and moved onto the main road there.
Yep. Main road, bright red building.
Yeah, and how long have you been in that one now for?
So it's in 10 in December actually.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So 12 years at the other place. It'll be just under 12 years of being a renter, and then 10 years of being self-owned. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Completely self-owned. That's great. So you mentioned moving from Padthaway to Naracoorte obviously bumped up the memberships for the gym, but obviously Naracoorte in general is pretty loyal. Do you find that because I think there's been a couple of gyms open up and come and go maybe since you started. Do you find that people are still pretty loyal with that sort of thing?
Yeah, yep. So all locals have come in so far, and they've done all right and all that for 3 or 4 years. I think 6 years was one of them.
Yep.
6 or 7 maybe. And they've done well. I'm assuming they've done well, but then I just think that my heart's probably in it a bit more than because it's something I've always loved.
Yeah.
So probably my heart's in it a bit more, or was a bit more in it than their heart. Or they just, might have had a family or started off, and the hours aren't really, suitable for a young family.
Yeah.
Especially starting off, like I used to do so 6 till 9 for the first 2.5 years. And then now I cut it back to 6 till 12, shut down for 2 hours, and then go back 2 till 9 for another 3 or 4 years, and then work weekends, play footy, play cricket. So, yeah, I'm lucky I was basically single, didn't have anything except for gym.
Right. But through the gym, am I right in saying that's where you met your now wife?
Yes, yep.
Through the gym? Yep.
Yep. Walked through the doors looking for a personal trainer. Probably sounds a bit familiar to lots of gym people.
Right.
Probably like any work though. Like, I think about it like at the winery, you're working, you're seeing those people all the time, you hang out with them before work. So it's the same, even though you watch those movies and it's always at gyms with a bad reputation. But in any office, I think that you're working with someone all the time. It probably happens more often than not.
Yep. Fair call. So, sport in general over your whole childhood and through to adult life has obviously brought you a lot of what you've got now.
Yeah, definitely. I think if I didn't have I would say more footy than cricket.
Yep.
If I didn't have the footy behind me, playing Naracoorte, doing all right out of footy, then I don't think I would have got to where I am now. But I've always said for the first 18 years, geez, I've been lucky. But then I was like, well, you can't be 18 years lucky.
No, you got to be doing something right.
Yes, that's right. You've got to be, I think I'm lucky. I can get along with most people.
Yeah.
Both genders and give or take. And even though I have this argument with people all the time, I feel like I'm more of a giver than a taker. People might think it's different. But I guess you probably remember me when I was younger, I was overweight. And I was like about 6 inches shorter until I was 18.
Right, yeah.
So I was still like in the 95 kilos, but I was bloody 160 centimetres. So I was a little, and then I think I felt that position how I was when I was young. So, and the benefit of, keeping a little bit fitter, healthier and being better, through your sport and all that you do, it does lead to different things. Like I got to travel, Perth, Adelaide, Darwin. So it does give you a bit.
Yeah. And obviously it sort of helped shape your life to where it is now. But obviously now you get to give that back to other people. You get to be somebody where people similar to yourself as a kid can come to and transform themselves if that's what they want to do, or you get to help people move towards their goals now that you've been able to do it yourself.
Yeah, yep. And it seems weird as you get older, you always think it just comes to you more natural that you want to help people.
Yeah.
So I think in the last 3 or 4 years, I've got more time back, which also helps, by the way. But yeah, I feel like that's more of what I want to lean into now as well. Like just giving back, like a few things through work and all that, just giving back a lot more. Like before it was building the business up, buying this for the building, doing that for the equipment, and now it's kind of ventured into, be able to give a bit more back to your footy clubs, your cricket clubs, sponsorships. Now your kids are playing schoolboys, the schools, kindy, childcare, Lions clubs, bloody everything. But I mean, it's just you just know that what they do for people also, so you don't mind giving them something.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's always a good thing to support the community that supports you, isn't it? So,
that's the number one thing now. I mean, and always, it's definitely come back in bucket loads. Yeah, definitely for sure. Like no matter what, even just helping with a few mates that help you out over the time, because obviously you've helped them with the gym and all that, and they might have a day off work to help you move bloody 5 bits of 300 kilo equipment and stuff. So just little stuff like that. I've been blessed with all that kind of stuff for sure.
Yeah, great. And it's good to see that people just step in and help when you need them. So I just wanted to touch on it because I don't know a lot about it, but I've seen some of it pop up on my Facebook feeds and social media feeds. The farmers, the group of farmers that come in all the time, those guys have got a bit of attention. What started that?
Some people, three mates in, I'm going to say Waikerie, but up that way.
Right.
We're just getting together just to help each other out through their mental health and support and all that. And then they named themselves the Fat Farmers. And then
that's right.
Yeah, yep. And then I don't know how it started, how long it's been going on for, but then probably in the last 2 years, it's just really taken off around South Australia, but now it's heading off to Victoria, everywhere now.
Right.
And from what I recall, a guy called Michael, I don't want to say he didn't have a family, but I think he was a single farmer, well into his 50s or 60s. And he must have had money. So he's done that truck that goes around now. He's catered that for himself.
Right.
Paid for it all, does men's checks, skin checks, mental health. And now heaps of people are just, jumping on board. And, because I think in the last 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years, that mental health aspect of not just farmers, but just most people has really come to the forefront. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
definitely. They do well. The boys, the men that come, it's absolutely hilarious. I don't think some of them have done gym work before. Some of them are ex-sports people. Like we got a couple. You've had Lee on there before. He comes to it now and then. Yeah. So even though he's not a farmer, Elders who he works for are a sponsor. So and we kind of accept anyone. Not we as in Naracoorte. I think the fat farmers in general.
Yep.
And we have ladies that come. So the name is Fat Farmers. It could be changed, but they don't want to change it because it's a good starting point for a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you call yourself Fat Farmers? But then obviously you get talking about the group, and then people cotton on. Like, oh wow, that's what you're doing. That's So I can see the point of keeping that name now.
Yeah, cool. So that's a really good thing to be a part of, I think. And obviously it keeps people coming to the gym as well. So just right. Good there.
Yeah, boys off the farm for an extra hour.
Yeah, great. So I just want to talk, because as I mentioned right at the start, I think you should have played a little bit more cricket, but that's just me because I'm probably more of a cricketer than a footballer.
Cricketer, yeah.
But I do remember you came back for 1 year, might have been 2009 or something, and I don't think you'd picked up a bat for who knows how long, but basically came in and helped us win the flag that year and batted like you've been playing the whole time.
Yeah, I remember that year came back. I still got the cricket stump up in the bloody.
You do?
Yeah, bloody. That's my only cricket stump I got. I don't know why I kept it. It must have been an important year, I guess.
Yeah, well, that was actually the last flag we won there before the old club burnt down. So.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I actually enjoyed my cricket, but I think at Padthaway my mates weren't cricketers.
Right.
they were more farmers. So footy season was our major thing, and then cricket went by the wayside.
Yep.
And I still played cricket, obviously, with Padthaway, but I don't know if you remember the side. Like my mate I lived with, Dion, he played, but other than that, they were all other people, and older people.
Yep.
So, and then I came to Naracoorte. We played the cricketers for the first year or two. The footballers, played a cricket club.
Yep.
Yeah. But again, that dwindled off pretty quickly because I just don't think the people I associated with were probably more footballers.
Yep.
So when something had to give, and your mates are like, "Oh, we're not playing next year," I was like, "Oh, well, and you Naracoorte guys are pretty entrenched into your sides as well."
Yeah.
So it was just like, let's just not play. And summer came, and summer's so hot now. You're getting older. You're like, I'm not sitting out in the sun for 40 bloody overs.
I think that's definitely, and Lee Kerno, when I had him on, he said the same thing. Is it's so easy for, and he was very much similar to you as far as into his football, a bit more than his cricket, but probably was one of the better cricketers going around town, much like yourself. And he said the same thing. It's a lot easier just to go, oh, the sun's out, I'm going skiing, fishing, going to the beach, whatever, rather than, it's a bit more appealing than standing out in the sun for 40 overs, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Even now I think about it and it's like, oh, why would you want to do it? And I filled in a few games. I filled in last year for a breast cancer game with my cousins.
Oh, great.
For townies and all that. And I enjoyed that. But then I was like, the next weekend, do you want to play again? I was like, nah. I've done my one game. I got my cricket little thing out of me again. And
yep,
I'll give another few years. But in saying that, honestly, I would go and play again if it was all your mates that you maybe grew up with and all that, because I think as you get older, again, you just want to enjoy stuff more. Even if you're not winning, you still want to win. Well, I still want to win, which is probably sad or good. I still want to bloody win, but I still want to enjoy it as well at the same time.
Yeah. So much more about mateship, the cricket side of things, than anything.
Yeah, those beers after the game and cricket training and just talking. I think again that's what the Fat Farmers is. It's not about talking and that and for an hour, 2 hours, and then go home again and deal with what you got to deal with.
Yeah, great, and it's good to have those outlets. But I just do want to mention that I don't think, apart from probably, and I'm trying to get him on at some point too, Brad Redding. I don't think I've seen anyone around our leagues back there time the ball like you can. You just seem to hit the ball so easily. Was that a natural thing, or is that something that you worked on when you did play?
No, we used to do test match backyard cricket at our house, and we had you'll probably, as soon as I say it, you'll go, yeah, no shit. I couldn't do a cut shot to save myself because we had a tank right next to our cut shot. So basically, it was all off the pads or straight drives and hook shots.
Yep.
At our yard. So I reckon I can. It's a funny thing is I remember hitting one cut shot before, and I thought I was a legend because I normally even a cut shot I just put the bat there and run it down for one or two, and never actually went full cut. I was more half volleys or front foot, drives or back foot bloody hooks.
Yep.
But yeah, timing, I don't know. It's just something I think it's just repetitive. I did so much when we were young, so much backyard cricket.
Yep.
And schoolboys cricket, and then competition cricket, Kerr Shields, and all that growing up.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed cricket, and I enjoyed bowling as batting. But I think I don't know, just footy. I enjoyed footy more, obviously.
Yeah, and fair enough because you're obviously quite good at that too. And I think because I've played against you, I never played for Naracoorte or Padthaway, but I played for Kaiby, obviously in the same leagues. As you mentioned, you're probably not the most gifted athletically as far as height and speed and things go, but you're always, as you mentioned, really smart. Do you prep yourself for that pre-game, or is that something that sort of falls into place too, just naturally?
Yeah, no, that's the worst thing. I never really before game never had and I look back at now, I'm like, oh, what were you doing, Brett? You could have been I could have been a lot better again. I just because I was working for 21 years before footy. I was just telling I had tea tonight with the family. I said I'd leave work at 12 midday. Might be driving out of the footy, get a steak sandwich or a pie, have a Coke at 1 o'clock, and then it was half time. Go and listen to the coach, and then get ready for the game.
Yeah.
So and breakfast was probably 2 bits of toast in the morning before work. So I look back at it now, I could have been I don't know. Well, I do think I could have been a lot better again. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't regret it really. Like, I mean, I don't think bad regrets. I just think I could have been a lot better. Oh, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I wish you wish you'd have done a lot of things, but it was still bloody fun.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously winning a couple of flags for the town would have been pretty satisfying for you too.
Yeah, it was good. Like, I played footy for a fair while, and Padthaway, I mean, you probably count on two hands how many games I won in A grade for Padthaway.
Right.
I think I played, when I left Padthaway, I played 158, 168 A grade games, and so maybe we won 4 or 5 games in one season, and that would have been the most.
Wow. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So it was. I mean, it was still a good club, good people, and we still enjoyed it. We had people who used to, at least your club's bloody good fun after the game. Because we weren't winning, but we'd say, you weren't winning, so the trade-off was just bloody party.
Yep.
But it was definitely, the move and coming in and winning the premierships was just, I would really regret it if I didn't win a premiership, I think, in my whole footy career.
Yeah.
So
great.
Won 3, I think I said. Yeah, won 3.
Yep.
Lost 2 A grades as well, and won a few cricket premierships. So, and you look back now, and that's enough. Some people go through and don't win any.
That's right. That's true. Yeah. So you got to enjoy them while you've got them. Those moments, don't you?
Oh, for sure, mate. Yeah, and then you look back on them, and when you're by yourself, you have a little giggle, and then that's about it.
Yeah. Yep. So, think back to your playing days then, whether that's junior or senior, Padthaway, Naracoorte, whoever, WA. Who would you name as the best player that you got to play with or against?
Oh, this is another one of my things. I bloody never associate with the opposition. Right. I was one of those. I'm not going to be mates with them. Why do I want to talk to them? So you then come into league, you got to talk to them, and then you realise they're actually all good blokes.
Yeah.
That's another downfall. But I would say the best player, I think it was when I was growing up, when I was like junior colts, senior colts, watching the Padthaway A grade, and watching like Bradley McElroy play.
Yeah.
I just remember playing. I actually got to play with him for a while, and all I remember is because at Padthaway pretty much had play anywhere. But when Padthaway won their premiership, he was on the ball. And then when we were doing badly, he'd be at full back stopping goals, and then when they're doing well, he's down full forward, and he kicked like 20 goals, 6 in one game.
Wow.
So yeah, very adaptable. So, and I think that's what I tried to be as well: go forward, back, midfield, wherever.
Yep.
So hopefully, Boo, we call him, doesn't hear this because I'll get a text message or something. But I don't think easily he was the best player. But he's just one that really stands out for that versatility, I guess.
Yeah.
I played with good players at Naracoorte. Obviously, we won premierships and that.
Yep.
But again, those guys are my age, so I'm never going to say they were one of the standouts, because if I see them again at the reunion, what will happen. So I'd never do that. That's just who I am.
Right. Well, we'll keep it at Brad McElroy, and that's a pretty fair bloke to look up to, I reckon too. He's obviously been a long time legend of the league. So yeah.
Yeah, we haven't played the premiership. I just remember watching like Craig Binder, that Sims, Lester Ross, and that Parkin. He was a police officer. I remember. We had a coach. Craig Binder, he was a centre back. He was just strong too. So, like old school football strong.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously, I remember them as being men. But then when I grew up and you start playing when you're 24, 25, you still think half your team are boys, because they don't have the beards or the mullets or the hairy chests and the hairy legs and that, because it's obviously they shave and they, a little bit smaller and skinnier or wormier. I don't know. It's just the back when men were men. I remember.
Yep. The physique and the demands of football has changed even in country areas now, hasn't it? It's all a bit different these days.
Yes, that's right. So it's sometimes even go hard to watch that these days.
Yeah. So do you get there much to watch, or is it mainly just at the gym?
No. So I get there. Oh, this year's been getting out a bit more, because my boy, he's more nearly 9, so his mates go up there and play. So I've been taking him to a few home games, and we're a sponsor still. I'm still sponsored for the whole 21 years. So you get free tickets. So it doesn't cost you anything to walk through the gates.
Yep.
So I go up there and watch it. And Naracoorte's really young at the moment, so they're all learning and all that. But the atmosphere still could be better, but it is what it is. Why the team is losing, obviously. Yeah,
and that's always obviously going to turn around one day, especially now if they're getting games into the young guys. It's going to prove to be a good move for them later down the track. So
yeah, he's going to keep them jobs, hopefully, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, best footballer. What about cricket? Best cricketer you played with, and that's obviously going to be a little bit different because you played less. But who's the best one you saw?
Oh wow, cricketer. Well, it'd probably have to be what's his face? Drew.
I thought you might say him.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Just because he was like bowling 145 clicks an hour,
yeah,
and he could time the ball well,
yes,
and like as a batter and all that too. Drew Crane. That's yeah.
yeah.
Um, I remember I opened in the grand final. I opened with him. I think we put on 106 or something before I got ran out, and he was on 96. So
Yeah. I think I remember that.
like he was just like we were chasing 240 or 250, so you had to go hammer and tongs off the
Yeah,
like yeah, and but we're doing all right. But then obviously I got ran out, which is probably someone else came in. But yeah, once Drew got out, it was like the end of us.
I think I was playing that game.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Naracoorte, yeah.
Yeah, it was at Naracoorte. I remember
Yeah.
I don't know why they opened bowl with me down the other end with Drew as well. I think Searsy hit me bloody for 2 sixes in the first
That's right.
over.
That's
yeah.
right. Yep.
I was like, they opened bowl with me. I reckon I would have been 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Because we had a few good bowlers, like but they were swing bowlers, but I don't think they like the new balls, so they just suckered me into doing it. I only lasted one over. I don't think I got a second over.
Got the treatment.
Yeah. So those things I remember getting smacked for 2 sixes in my first over in a grand final too.
Yeah. So yeah, Drew. Yeah, I thought you might mention Drew Crane because he was a gun cricketer and something different for our league at the time too. We'd never had anyone bowl quite that fast before.
No, him and Barry Steele.
Barry Steele, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I guys opened bat a few times at Padthaway, and I remember I'd never faced Barry. I was actually scared because we'd heard big things about this Barry Steele.
Yeah.
I remember the first ball I faced was just a normal front block, and I went for 4 and worked the oval. He bowled that rapid.
Yeah.
And just came off the bat all right.
Pinged off nicely.
Yeah, it came off nicely. And I was like, oh, this is all right. At least you don't have to hit him as hard when you're a fast bowler. But I was never good with super fast. Like I only just learned later on after many years that you actually watch the ball out of the person's hands and off the bloody pitch.
Yeah.
So I used to watch it off the pitch.
Yeah, same.
So I was always like half a second behind. I was like, oh, no wonder. Like, so anyway, so I wish I had a mentor to teach me that when I was bloody young.
Well, that's what you get to. As I said before, that's what you get to do now. Not so much with a particular sport, but at least you get to mentor people in health and fitness and stuff, and that's great.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely something like more and more I think about, like with my future. I don't want to be a 55-year-old personal trainer on the floor training younger people. I think because I probably watch those movies, you don't want to be that person. But I think I'd like to be like, I've got in my head, I think, you could go and do this, so I can help these young people out, and especially through footy and all that. Because I wish I had someone to, like, I just don't remember anyone come up to you and trying to give you tips on what to do or that, you know. And would I be prepared to listen back then? I don't know. But I remember the one day, which might sound bad. I remember specifically one day I must have had a good game against someone, and my dad actually came in for the first time. Normally, never came in the changing rooms. Actually, shook my hand and said, "Geez, you play well, son." And I remember that was one time,
right?
Like, and I know it sounds sad or something, but I was like, yeah, that's all I remember. That one time he came in and told me I actually played well, and I played probably 400 A grade games.
Right, and that's obviously not something you're going to forget in a hurry.
No, that's right. Like, I wish like every day, like you wish, not every day, but every game or every day. You wish yep. So and I think the effect that had on me back then, like imagine what that can do for someone if they hear it day after day or week after week. So I think that's what helps me. Maybe I had a hard life. I won't say it was hard upbringing because I had very lucky upbringing with mum and dad, both there and caring and all that.
Yep.
But back then, maybe that was
times are different.
Yeah, that's right. That's what happened.
Yeah, different generation, different ways of doing things.
Yeah, that's right. So make your kid earn it, make him bloody earn it. But now you got to be maybe a little bit more caring. I don't know.
Yeah, generally how it is, I suppose, isn't it?
Show a little bit more love.
Yeah. Yep. Not quite as hard nosed.
Yeah,
that's all right. So we've got through the local ones. What about your best sports person ever? Who's your favourite sports person that you've ever seen anywhere in the world?
Hopefully everyone agree. I like Alan Border.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, which is funny because it's a cricketer, even though footy was my favourite. Alan Border. I remember going to Adelaide Test, probably my first Test match back in the day, getting sunburned as anything. And I think he bowled against the West Indies where he got 11 for in the game. But his left arm,
yeah, left arm pies. Yeah,
yeah. And I remember just watching on TV, batting as well. Like he was just just against the West Indies and that, and and his fielding. I loved his fielding. Like he was better than what Ricky Ponting will. No, not better than Ricky Ponting, but like before Ricky Ponting, you had Alan Porter.
Yeah, yep.
So in close in the gully and like in the slips and then mid wicket and all that. Like yeah. So it's funny. I always think, why is Alan Porter my favourite? Considering I love footy more, but I don't know. Alan Border. I used to have DF, Duncan Fernley, pads. Yeah, always Alan Border.
Right, that's interesting. I would not have picked that, but there you go.
Well, now I hate his bloody Fujitsu or bloody air conditioning. What are you doing, mate? But hey, you got to make money somehow.
Yeah, true. Okay, so this can be personal yourself or something for your favourite sports team or whatever, Olympics or whatever, but favourite sporting moment ever, if you just have one.
My favourite sporting moment? Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, it would be Port Adelaide won. Definitely Port Adelaide won the grand final. We're at the game.
2004?
2004, Port versus Brisbane. Brisbane just won 2 in a row or 3 in a row, actually.
Yep.
And so Port probably weren't favourites. Hard game all the way through, and then Wangers kicked like 3 in the final 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, and we're at that game, and like my brother, I was lucky. My brother worked at AFL at the time, so they were on the ground beforehand, racing in the Port Power outfit and the Richmond Tiger outfit. And then we got tickets to the after party afterwards, where like people just walking, not people, girls walking around with Crown Lagers on the thing. You just grab them. And we went with about 5 or 6 Padthaway mates.
Nice.
So they had like big boxing gloves. They had like a one of those sumo suits, and and we just ran them absolute mark, because obviously most people that go to these parties are all suits. And then we had like 5 or 6 of us country lads just in there. It was just definitely the best. That was definitely the best day of my life when it comes to sport. That grand final
sounds like a cracking day, mate.
Oh, it was magnificent, and I was lucky as my parents obviously went, and I was just walking into the hotel as they were packing the car up to come home at 8 o'clock the next morning. So I reckon if I was 10 minutes later, I would have been left in Melbourne. So
you stayed there.
Oh, amazing! I didn't know how I made the hotel, how I knew where we were staying, because I'd never been to Melbourne before.
Right.
So it was just, I guess everything. It's just it's probably perfect day, we'll call
it. Yeah, brilliant. That's one to remember. All right. So just before we sign it off, because I'll ask you one more question to do with local things, but I just wanted to mention that we talked about your wife and you guys meeting at the gym, and she was a personal trainer and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Now she actually is now doing bodybuilding contests. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
How long has she been actually actively competing for?
Oh, that'd be. Well, I think we've had 1 or 2 kids, so Jack's probably 5 years.
Right. Yep.
Wow. So she's done 3 or 4 competitions now. So now she's she won the last one. She won her pro card, which means she can only go on a professional circuit now.
Okay.
So she goes to New Zealand in 6 weeks' time.
Wow.
On the pro circuit to compete there, and then 3 weeks later she's at the World Championship.
Wow.
Yep. So that's in Gold Coast. Then we're both going to that. I'm going as a tag along holiday.
Yep.
Because in the days leading up, they don't have much energy to do much, and we can't do much. You got to do all your little registrations, your tans, and training and all that. So I'll just go up there and probably be my own little guy for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
On the Gold Coast, but she's dedicated, stupid, mate.
Obviously, you've got to be very, very disciplined and dedicated to do it. And I assume you've had a hand in helping her do that too. But obviously, kudos to her as well.
Yeah, way more dedicated than me. Like I'm still went up to the footy club today for our schoolboys, and we had 3 or 4 beers and some sausages and bread. Yes, as you do. And she took her own food up there and then came home, prepped her own food. Like, it's a serious thing. Like, obviously I've been doing it for 21 years, and I couldn't do the dedication that they do.
Yep.
Obviously, because I never wouldn't wish it upon anyone. But we're lucky that obviously we own a gym, so it's where we work as well. So I get it. Basically, we fit it around. I go at 4 a.m. now, so I can get my training before classes at 6, and then come home at 7:30, 8 o'clock, take the kids to school, go back to midday, and then she comes back to the gym. She might work till 6 2 nights a week, and I do the other ones till 6 or 7 2 or 3 nights a week.
Right. So it's works in quite well for you both. Then that's great.
Yeah. So even though we're at work, we're still training, which is good, obviously. So we don't have to be behind the desk just serving people. I'm on the floor training myself, but still talking to people, helping people if they need.
Yeah.
Still getting my time in, which is obviously still important to me.
Yeah.
And that way there, I'm an early morning. That way, if my day is done, then she gets her stuff done, then we're a lot happier. Trust me.
Yeah. Great. Sounds like a real good partnership you guys have got going on there.
Oh, bodybuilding, mate. Bloody, I wouldn't wish it upon anyone else's other half, though. Like, she does so well. Amazing dedication. Like, kids are eating nuggets and chips. Our kids still eat nuggets and chips.
Yeah.
I'll sneak bloody, handful of chips in. She just doesn't even touch it or look at it. Yeah.
Good.
No alcohol. Didn't have alcohol for 4 years.
Right. Wow. That's incredible. She might have to be. You might have to give her a bit of a nudge and a push in my direction, mate. I'll get her on here too. She can have a chat.
Well, mate, I honestly think this is me talking her up. I honestly think she will do New Zealand. From what I've seen, she'll probably win it.
Right.
And then the worlds, like anything's. I think the world champion, reigning world champion's coming back. She retired, but I think she's coming back.
Yep.
But again, I watch videos and see her and all that, and I'll tell you what, she'll give it a fair crack, I reckon.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope she comes away with it.
Yeah, well, I've got pictures of people exercising on the front of the gym, and I said if she wins the world championship, she can make the windows. She can be the picture.
Fair call. That's probably fair enough, I reckon.
Yeah, if you're a world champion, you want to advertise it.
Absolutely. That's good. I hope she goes well.
Yeah, so we're about 9 weeks away from that. It's October the 11th.
Excellent. We'll keep her
listening.
Yeah, we'll keep an ear and an eye out and see what happens.
Yeah, I'll be up there in the crowd. You'll be yelling. I'll be the only one yelling. But anyway, it's like, it's an amazing thing, like the dedication that they have to do. Oh.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Great stuff. Okay, last question, and we may have just answered it, but if there's anyone else that comes to mind, tell me. Who's your local legend, mate? Who would you like to hear tell their story?
Oh, yeah, right. From Naracoorte way?
Or... anywhere. Doesn't.
Yeah, right. Oh, I see Fat Farmers come. One of my best mates, Brad Richardson.
Yes.
Like, he's I thought I was dedicated to footy in my life, and then Richo came to coach us in 2004 or 5, I think, and I was like, wow, I've got nothing on his dedication to footy. Stupid how much he loves footy. So I think actually, well, I'll tell you, the thing is, he's not coached in the whole time he's been here since 2004. He's been coaching.
He's still coaching now.
Yep, he coaches Keith again. So
he's gone back there, right?
Yep, I coached Naracoorte for 2 years, and that was enough. So he's coached Padthaway, and then he came to Naracoorte, and then he went to Kingston.
Yep.
And then he went to Keith, even assistant coach for a few years. Then went to assistant coach, then back to being coach.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So he probably springs to mind. He'd have a lot of stories to tell.
Might have to try and get hold of him, I think.
Yeah, and then Naracoorte way. Oh, it's a good and bad thing. Like, I kind of keep pretty quiet now these days in the old, with the young family, as you know. You got 3 kids. You go to these school events, come home, go to work, change over, go to your school events, sport events, change over. When weekend comes, like we just bought new property to add onto the gym, so cleaning that up. So
right.
Yeah, your time just gets away from you, which is, you got to be careful. You don't turn 50 and you've got no time.
Yeah.
Which is what I don't want to do. Like, I've been really aware of through the gym and that. Don't just keep working. Like, make sure you use your time wisely. Yeah,
good advice. Absolutely. I reckon that's probably a really good way to leave it, I reckon, mate. Thank you. To make sure you've got your time. But obviously going back over the whole journey with you from Padthaway to Naracoorte is that your life been set up, and not set up, but shaped a lot by sport and health and fitness, and that's why this is this podcast exists, to tell stories just like yours, mate.
Yeah, I always tell people footy clubs can do amazing things, like open so many doors, like just through friends, and people, it might seem rude, but people do look, if you do play for your footy club and you do it right for your footy team, they do look after you probably a little bit more, which is, it's been like that for 30, 40, 50 years probably. So footy clubs can do amazing things. Sporting clubs in general, like you, cricketer, obviously. Any sporting club you can get around in, you create friends for life, but it just helps you out in so many ways, what they'll do for you. So I think if you're not playing sport, you need to find some hobby, but you want to get involved in some club somehow, because you need that help. Everyone needs a bit of help.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally agree, mate. All right. Well, it's been great talking to you, mate. Good to catch up, and thank you for being a part of Local Legends. I hope your wife kills it at the championships and wins everything that she enters. That's going to be good to look forward to for you. But once again, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Mark. Too easy, mate.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that conversation with Brett Gould as much as I did. What stood out to me wasn't just Brett's achievements in football, cricket, or in business. It was the way he measures success by the impact he's had on other people. Whether it's helping someone take their first steps into a gym, supporting a young athlete chasing a dream, or simply creating an environment where people feel welcome, it's clear that giving back is a big part of who he is. Every one of us will leave a mark on the people around us. The question is, what sort of mark will it be? A huge thank you to Brett for sharing his story so openly, and for reminding us that success isn't just about what we achieve ourselves, but about the opportunities we create for others. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with somebody you think would enjoy it. It all helps us to continue sharing the stories of the incredible people making a difference in our communities. This has been Local Legends. Thanks for the inside game. I'm Mark Collins, and I'll see you next time.